One final look at the leaderboard from the Travelers Championship. Ches Reavie, once again, he is your champion, finishing at -17. Keegan Bradley and Zach Sucher tied for second at -13. Vaughn Taylor in fourth at -12. And Paul Casey, Kevin Tway, and Joaquin Neiman all finishing tied for fifth at -11. Welcome back to Sports Sunday on Channel 3. I'm Elliot Polikoff. Hundreds gathered today for the 10th annual Lustgarten 18-hole stroll. The funds raised, they go toward advancing research aimed at early detection methods and better treatments. Channel 3's Carolina Cruz spoke with one family impacted by the disease.
Crews were out early tending to the course ahead of the final round of play at TPC River Highlands. It was a special day in more ways than one. All eyes are on the green this championship Sunday, but it's what's happening behind the scenes that's creating the biggest impact.
Brittany has created this, and that is amazing.
Brittany Voss started the annual 18-hole stroll at the Travelers Championship a decade ago.
I lost my dad when I was 5 years old to pancreatic cancer. Once he was diagnosed, he had stage 4 and was gone in 3 weeks. When I lost my dad, it wasn't fair. Nothing seemed fair. I felt really alone. I felt like I was the only girl walking around without a dad.
Every year, she supports dozens of families impacted by the disease.
I had no knowledge whatsoever, and my husband did not have the normal symptoms.
It's Voss's empathy that means the most to these families.
I didn't know what it was going to feel like, so I felt like I was alone until I met her, really.
Sarah Rodavis's brother motivated her and her daughter Maggie to join today's walk.
I'm a retired firefighter, so 33 years of doing that, we lose a lot of brothers to pancreatic cancer.
Voss plans on keeping her father's legacy alive through her mission to ultimately find a cure for pancreatic cancer. Carolina Cruz, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thanks, Carolina. Obviously, golf the main event this week here in the Nutmeg State, but now that the Travelers is in the books, that honor has shifted to the Connecticut Sun. And if you haven't been paying attention, these ladies are dominating the WNBA. A league best 9-1 heading into this evening's matchup against the Chicago Sky. The two teams tied at 27 heading into the second quarter. 4 minutes later, the Sun still sitting at 27. Courtney Williams stopping the bleeding with a nice runner in the lane, but the Sun down double digits, and Chicago was firing on all cylinders tonight. Former UConn Husky Stephanie Dolson with a jumper just inside the three-point line. She had 12 points on the evening. This play kind of summed up how things went for the Sun tonight. Trying to score before the half, instead they turn it over, and the Sky beat the buzzer. Chicago up 21 at the break. Never really got much closer than that. Morgan Tuck, another former Husky, with the bucket inside for the Sun, but definitely too little too late for Connecticut. But how about another former UConn Husky, Gabby Williams, with a bucket inside the Sky? They win big 93-75. The Sun now head to Dallas to take on the Wings on Wednesday. The Toyota Save Mart 350 taking place out in Northern California. William Byron won the first stage for his first stage victory of the season. The second stage went to Denny Hamlin. Fast forward to 14 laps to go in the race. Martin Truex Jr. trying to hold off Kyle Busch. The two Joe Gibbs Racing teammates far and away ahead of the rest of the field. And in the end, it's Truex Jr. who wins for the second straight year at Sonoma. Next up in the NASCAR Cup Series is the Camping World 400 at Chicagoland Speedway next Sunday. And that'll do it for this edition of Sports Sunday. Got to give a shout out to our producer, Mark Vigilkowski, our director, Kyle Buchanan, and the entire rest of the crew. There could be some potential big news on the horizon this week for UConn in terms of going from the American to the Big East. Keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, here's one last look at this year's Travelers Championship for Carolina and Joe. I'm Elliot Polikoff. Have a great week, everyone.